Infidel! It doesn't work. I need to do this to figure out which guns I actually like. R99, awesome. R301, awesome. Wingman, fucking amazing. Learn how to use the Wingman, dude. It is the meta gun right now, okay? And they had a poll. Respawn had a poll, like... Would you like it if we nerfed the Wingman a little? And pretty much everyone was like, if you nerf the Wingman, I'm going back to Fortnite. Right? So they're not gonna nerf it. So learn it. Because it's a really good gun. I mean, that would be a dead guy right there. I think the longbow is like one of the worst guns in the game because of how slow it shoots, and it's like really hard to hit something with, in my opinion. Because these guys aren't shooting back, so I don't need to go hide and get into cover constantly and like peek out of cover and hit something, right? I hit it twice out of 5 times under pressure, supposedly. Nothing shooting back, but I'm like simulating. Oh my god, I'm getting shot, so I gotta go right. And I know exactly where the thing is too. See, I still missed twice, and I knew exactly where it was the whole time, right? So, imagine when you're shooting an enemy that's juking, diving, making damn sure you're gonna get a really hard shot, right? You're not gonna hit nothing, unless you're lucky. Which is why I fucking hate the Wingman, dude. Because, for example, I take this one instead. Like, sure, it's gonna do a lot less damage, but I'm gonna put out a shit ton more volume on target, and it's gonna hurt a lot more because when I hit with this one, I'm gonna hit more than once, usually, right? I don't actually know the distance on this. Okay. Right. See what I mean? That's like a shit ton more damage than just that one fucking magazine that I was putting out with the longbow. Which is why I think the longbow needs a buff to make it useful. Like, sniping in this game right now is completely useless. It's illogical to do. I mean, you're gonna have a hard time hitting someone, and it's much better to like close the distance and blast them away with an R99, which shoots like 1,000,000 times faster than your fucking... Sure, it does a lot less damage, right, as I said, but it shoots pretty fast. And if you want to, right, you can put it to burst fire in short ranges, but you have to like do this, right? Because if you don't do this, it's right. The recoil is pretty high if you don't. Right, but if you drag it down, this thing's pretty accurate, even at distance. One of my favorite guns, actually. Like, I really like the Hemlock. Oop. For fuck's sake, even. I like it. I really do. I like this one with the burst fire attachment, which we can't put on this because there's no attachments here. This one's pretty fun too. Although I don't like the iron sights. It's really hard to look at your targets because the iron sight on this one is like in your face. But I really like this Spitfire. It's very fun. Triple take, I think, is a garbage gun. It's basically a shotgun, right? Look at this. It's garbage. It tightens up the spray when you zoom in, but not by much. That target's fat, so it does 69 damage. Realistically, on a player, only one of those is gonna hit. So you'll do. That was a shot. Damn. Two of them hit. God damn it! I'm trying to get one of them to hit. Right, I think it's 23 damage. Yeah, there you go. So realistically, you'll only get 23 damage at a range with this gun. So, not a big fan. Devotion, I hate it because of the fucking warm-up, right? But once it's warmed up, look at how accurate this thing is, dude. Like, it's insane. But it has serious recoil when you're loading it up. Oh. And that's dangerous. Also, again, don't use the iron sights. Garbage iron sights. The Havoc, it's pretty damn, like... Especially with the upgrades, it's pretty damn good, but I suck with it, so I barely pick it up. Right. Also, again, where you need to control the spray though, because if you don't, right, off you go into the sky, right? Urgh. Flatline, don't pick it up. I despise it. It shoots like shit. Again, iron sights are garbage, in my opinion. And it's... Look at the recoil on a single shot, dude. It's fucking stupid. Look at this recoil, right? Look at where my crosshair goes to, dude. Let me put that on somebody's head so you see it better. Right? Look. That's 3 shots, and it's like, it goes up like almost a meter, right? Look at this. Fucking ridiculous, dude. I hate this gun. I really don't like it. The recoil pattern on it is worse than any other gun in the game, in my opinion. Because it really does this with the recoil, right? It doesn't go up. Like, the Havoc just fucking goes up almost straight. Right? This one, just look where it goes. How does it do that? Right? I don't get it. I hate it. Stupid fucking gun. G7, really nice gun. I really like this one. But it's not easy. You're gonna have to practice with this one if you want to use it. Especially at range. Try not to use a scope with it unless you can do it, but I feel like, I mean, each individual shot has like this really annoying recoil. Like, it's hard to explain, but when you're in a scope, you can see it. Like, it jukes the scope too much, and then I miss my subsequent shots. But with a red dot sight, for example, you don't have that. You just, I've killed many a player. This is, however, an early gun game. An early game gun. Don't use it late game if you have better options. R99, probably the best light in the game, along with the 301. Right? This thing is like, I mean, it's like a Victor in real life. Fucking amazing. Spray pattern is a little crazy. However, with upgrades, this thing becomes a laser with upgrades, and it's like right on target, right? There should be like a bin here with all the upgrades in it, dude. I swear. R301. I want to say I prefer it over the 99, but I think they're basically they're like on the same level depending what you're looking for and how you're playing, right? If you feel like, oh, I'm not really playing all that well, you know, my aim is off. Like if you miss with the R99, for example, right? Let's say you're playing like this with the R99, like, oh my god, right? I just wasted an entire magazine and I hit him once. You might want to swap over to the 301 because it's a much more stable platform, right? Obviously, it has upwards recoil if you don't counteract it, but if you even slightly counteract it, it's a laser without attachments. With attachments, you're just a beast. Like, it's really nice. But again, if your aim is on point, the R99 will destroy anyone up close, right? You're just gonna you're gonna open them up, their armor's gonna be gone, with half your magazine, and they're gonna be dead with the other half, right? I mean, because I don't have any attachments, but imagine you have a purple magazine in there, that's 28 bullets that you're still firing, and now you stop, right? It's just... The R99 and the 301 are probably my most favorite guns in the game. The P20, well, people say it's like one of the most garbage guns in the game, but I actually kind of like it because it's like, it's really accurate. It fucking shoots exactly where you want to, dude. It has a little bit of recoil, but again, you have to do the most minute adjustment downwards, and you'll completely ignore the recoil on it. Like, it's actually a lot better than people give it credit for. RE45, this is an up-close spray gun, right? You run to someone and you just fucking let them have it. It's not that good when you're... Like, if you can single shot it, you can actually put that on, right? So you gotta, like, individually single shot it. It works fine at range, but the moment you hold down the button, like, the bullets go everywhere. Like, not a big fan, but in a pinch, right? Why not? Alternator, this gonna hate. I can't do nothing with this gun. Like, it shoots slow. It has like one of those patterns when you're firing it, right? It goes like this. Super annoying. It doesn't actually aim or shoot where you aim half the time. Like, I don't know if you can see this, but like the first shot will go where you want, right? No problem. But then if you keep holding the button down, you can see like the shots are not going to where the dot is. Right, they're like crisscrossed. And again, on an actual player, that will fuck you up and half of those shots are gonna miss. Everyone's favorite, the Mozambique. Don't ever pick it up. That's all I can say. It's garbage. I mean, it'd be okay if the reload was like a fraction of what it is now. Like, make it pop open on this screen, and then when you reload, just go plop and keep shooting, and the Mozambique would be fine. However, right, as it stands now, this gun is pure garbage because you'll get those shots a lot, right? 15 damage. You might as well punch me in the face. It does double. You have to have all 3 of the pellets hit to do any type of damage at all. Useless gun. This gun, one of the best shotguns in the game, but it's super fucking random. You can get, if you can get everything to hit, you're gonna do a shit ton of damage. Alright, 110. Do that on the head, right? You can do a lot of damage with this gun, but you can also do so much, right? The pellets sometimes just don't want to hit. And that gets really frustrating, especially because the game, you know, the tick servers, the tick rate's not that good. So sometimes, even though you know you fucking destroyed someone, the bullet just doesn't count. And yeah, that's fucking horseshit. EVA 8, I like it to finish off people with. Don't use it as a main gun because it has the same problem as the Peacemaker in that sometimes none of the pellets won't hit because of the lag. And then you do like really low damage. But if you go in like right, you do like, oh no, I almost got him, and you can just finish him off with the Eva, easy peasy. But you know that, right? You play the Eva, you use it a lot. So that's all the guns, right? What did I miss? Did I miss anything? I mean, obviously the Wingman, but we're talking about that. Flatline garbage. I guess the Prowler, but it shoots really fast. It's really nice. The counteract of the recoil, though, is really difficult in a high-stress situation. Especially at range. Like if you're close, I mean, you don't even have to fucking aim if you're close, right? There's barely any recoil. Just do the same as with all other automatic guns. You just move your mouse down a tiny little bit. Like when you shoot, like you click and then you go plop. Right, that's it. Just this. A little bitch. Right? Easy peasy, no worries. Of course, when you're holding this gun, like, if you have all the attachments, it'll fucking destroy people, dude. Like, I've done it. You just hold it down, right, and it destroys. Strips the shield, strips the health. Easy fucking peasy. No worries. So, don't always, like, immediately ignore the Prowler just because you don't have the attachment. Like, if there's nothing better near you, it does okay in a pinch. It does super okay extreme close range, right? Like this range where you can just like, oh, I don't even need to aim, right? Just to see the guy running and you just take shots at him. So easy, right? I mean, look at, you can just 3 hits out of 5, and I just strafe my mouse over the target, right? Not even aiming like at all. It's just, it's so accurate. It really goes. It'll go inside that crosshair, right? So easy. Really good gun. And that's about it. I should cut that out and post that to YouTube, right? Lol. My own personal opinion about